What is up, my fire amigos? Welcome back to the channel for another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Zombies Guide in 2025. What I have for you guys today is how to get every single wonder weapon in Ancient Evil. Now, Ancient Evil is a fantastic map. Sadly, the only thing to do other than the main quest is get the wonder weapons. There isn't like any good side Easter egg that I can think of, but except for the upgrade to these, which we'll have in another video. Our main focus today is just going to be the wonder weapons. Now, for the wonder weapons, there are a total of 4, each have their own little side quest. The problem is finding a hand in the first place. Let's talk about how we're going to find a hand. First thing we need to do is activate the Sentinel artifact. Soon after, if you walk up to the Oracle in the middle, it should tell you a phrase. The phrase will go as follows. Seek the primordial weapon at blank. I'm going to showcase all of these now. There are a total of 20 hand locations. There are 9 in the first half of the map, and then 11 in the second half of the map. We're going to start with the area in the Chaos Treasuries. If you get the, quote, primordial weapon in the Chaos Treasuries, it's going to be right here where I found it in this game. It's going to be lodged within a separate crystal that's kind of pointing out. This will not be here the moment it doesn't spawn here. Keep that in mind. Next one, we got near the purple blossoms. It's going to be a bunch of purple blossoms right here in the bush. All we need to do is punch the dirt pile that's next to it, and you're going to find the hand. For the third one, we're going to go to the arrow splits the road. This giant arrow that splits the path in two. It's going to be on the left side of the arrow. For the fourth one, behind the gilded Taurus, there's going to be this giant golden bull. It's going to be right here in a vase. For the fifth one, beneath the watchful gaze of Zeus. This one, you go to the Zeus perk where it's looking at down at the ground. It's where it's going to be. It's right next to the portal that brings you into the second half of the map with Pegasus. For the sixth one, it's going to be the Fallen Statesman. The Fallen Statesman is this giant marble statue that's tilted over. The hand is at the head of the statue. For the next one, it's going to be the General's Column. Go over to this the column right here that's in the middle of the area, or middle of the stairwell, I should say. You're going to see the vase right in front of the column. The next one in the area is going to be the Shield Bearer's Fountain. Go up to this fountain right here with a man holding a shield, and then the vase will be next to this jar here. And for the last one in the area, it's going to be the Bark of Gold. Bark represents this boat, and it's full of gold. It's going to be to the right of the boat. Now, when she gives you your quotes, she's going to read them from left to right, top half to bottom half. So if you get any of those quotes first, that means it's a hand of the top half. Once you get a quote that's not what I read off just now, it will be in the second half of the map, guaranteed. That's how she reads them off. Let's go on down to the bottom half of the map. The first one is going to be Sorrow Flows Beneath. This is when we first land after Pegasus gets shot down by Perseus. It's going to be right here in a set of bricks. Next one's going to be Sorrow Washes Over. This is next to the River of Sorrow. It's going to be to the left of the perk. You see a dirt pile right here. We're going to go to the right. On the Steps of Flesh and Bone. I don't get this one too often, but it's going to be to the left of this bone right here in a dirt pile. Where the Mighty Titan points, this is talking about the Titan Wobbai. There will be a Chaos Crystal that sticks out. It's going to be right there. The Chaos of Venom. It's right next to the Venom Trap. It goes as Chaos Crystal. It's closest to the trap switch. Just be careful not to activate the trap switch when you want to pick up the hand. The Shrine of Wind and Sky. This is the hand of Ornos, we'll get to in a moment. It's going to be to the left of the shrine on a dirt pile here. Atop the center of the world. This is the area behind Pack-a-Punch. It's going to be next to the teleport. It's going to be on the left side on a pile of bricks. On the broken bridge, it's going to be on the left side. You're going to see a vase that's just sitting here. You need to punch the vase in order to reveal the hand. Where the serpent snared the eagle. This is the eagle's cage that's on the left, not the right. It's going to be right there on the floor. I would recommend killing the Spartoid that spawned in first before grabbing this. The workbench of Hephaestus. It's going to be this wooden table here. The vase will be right on top. And then the last one in the area is going to be the Wheel of Water. This is the forge. It's going to be to the left of the forge right here. Now, once we have our hands, we need to take it to one of the 4 shrines. Chimera's Shrine is next to the amphitheater on the left. Gaia's Shrine is at the very bottom in the Spartan Monument. It's going to be in this corner here. Charon's Shrine is going to be right next to the big fat bone. And of course, Ornos' Shrine is at the center of the world, right in front of Pack-a-Punch. With these, you need to simply take your hand that you have found and put them and hold X to start a trial. What you're doing here is a simple lockdown. For 30 seconds, you're stuck in this little circle, and you have to defend yourself. Once you do, you can start the actual access to get the redeemed hands. We're going to start with Chimera. For Chimera, there are a total of 3 mirrors we need to shoot in place in order to reflect a light shot from Chimera. There are 2 sides of it. There's a shiny side and there's a not so shiny side. We need to reflect it to the shiny side so we can see it in full picture. When you see it in full picture, not at an angle, shoot the Chimera's shot at the mirror to reflect the light into a pot. What we need to do is punch the pot and then run back to the shrine. And then we can when we get back to the shrine, punch the light into another pot in the shrine. The first one's going to be on the upper road bridge. You got to see it back here on the walls, one I was just showcasing. The second one is going to be in the temple itself. The mirror you can shoot immediately as soon as you enter the temple terrace door. It's going to be right here, and the pot will be inside the temple. I would recommend going through the temple, but you can also run through the bridge as well, whatever fits your boat. It is the longest one out of the 3, keep that in mind. The third one is going to be at the bathhouse. Now, you can shoot this mirror from the bathhouse, or you can shoot it from inside the temple too, to adjust it. Same thing, shoot it to the shiny side, and then you have to shoot the light from the bathhouse. Now, the tip for this is that you can run stamina to make it easier for yourself. You don't need stamina. These lights are set to the timer of the distance. Also with these lights, because they are on a timer, you just need to make a beeline to the shrine whenever you get the light in your hand, because the light will die out because of the timer. But if you do lose the light, just shoot the shot again, and you can continue on. You have to run through the entire shop. I would run on the right side, and then if you don't have stamina, jump the stairs. It gives you some distance, more than you'd think it would. It's a very close time, but you can do it without stamina. Now we have all 3 punched into the shrine. It will tell you that you want to start the trial of Chimera. You'll be stuck on this giant mirror here. My goal is to use the charge shot to kill the zombies. This is the same for all 4. With Chimera's, it is a ginormous beam of light that's shooting down on the floor. Luckily, it's the same as the circles to start the trial. The light won't go very far. It will go to within the length of the mirror. So you literally could just spin in circles the entire time to kill them all. It's the greatest thing possible. Anyway, once that is over, the beam will stop shooting, and you can exit when the game lets you. Now let's start with Gaia. With Gaia's quest, there are a total of 3 bushes that have been infected by chaos crystals. With the hand of Gaia, we need to cleanse the bush. The first one's going to be, I don't know what this area is called. It's to the left of the Augur DMR Wallby. You're going to see it here. You need to shoot the 3 crystals with the hand, and then what will be left over is a seedling. With this seedling, you can't do anything but carry it and walk with it. You can't pop your specialist, you can't pop a grenade, you can't use an elixir. So be wary of this when carrying this seed. What we need to do is walk the seedling all the way down to the shrine, and when we get to the shrine, hold X on the shrine to drop it. The second one is in the Stoa of the Athenians. You go to the area that's next to the Bark of Gold. You're going to see it right here next to the concrete. Same thing, cleanse it by shooting the chaos crystals and then walk it down. The third one can be found at the top of the temple terrace. It's right here next to this giant tree. You're going to see it here. Cleanse it, and this is the farthest one, but at least I honestly think is the easiest one to walk down, because you have to walk down several sets of stairs. It's wide open, so on and so forth. Once you have placed all 3, you'll be set into this area. This area is way above. You can see the entire landscape of the area of the map, but what you're going to do here, for your charge shot, you have a spike strip. It's similar to the katana. Yeah, the katana from IW Zombies. It's the first upgrade, but it's way more effective than the katana. For the charge shot, you charge it up and then you let go and it'll release a line of ground spikes. Your crosshair determines the pathing of the ground spikes. So if you want to angle it to the right, you can angle it to the right. If you aim it straight, make sure you aim the crosshair in a straight line to the path you want it to take. And if you want to curve it, you can. It's going to be very difficult for anything to be killed with the curves, so be wary of that. Once this is over, you will be able to exit, and then you can go on to the next one. For the Hand of Charon, it's kind of more tedious one to do. First thing you need to do as soon as you grab your hand from the trial, you need to go ahead and go to the River of Sorrows. What your goal is to do, you need to kill zombies in the River of Sorrows with the hand. It can't be anything else. It has to be the hand. You'll notice that the river will start turning more and more bright red. This is on purpose. When it gets to a full bright red, the game will ask you to drink from the River of Sorrows. I would recommend doing this at full health. When you drink from the River of Sorrows, you'll be given this dark red tint all over your screen. The goal for you to do is to find 3 coins within a sea of false coins. This is very good for how Charon works, because he's the guy that takes you to Hades. I'm not going to go into the Greek lore behind it, but that's how it works. Now, there are a total of 13 coins. While you're in this vision, you can see the coins bright as day, but you'll be on no health regen mode. So if you get hit 4 times and go down, you will go down permanently. When you want to restart the process, the coins that were redeemed or deemed as false will no longer be there, and you'll be able to find the coins you may have found prior. I'm going to be quiet for the rest of this because there are a total of 13 spawns. I'm just going to have you guys follow the path I do, and we'll be able to find all coins.
My bones. My shield is gone. Bravo for me. Max ammo. I thank you. My gun, she thanks you too.
Once we've found all of Charon's obols, we need to go back to the shrine and hold X on the shrine to prove ourselves to Charon. Now, in this area, this is by far the hardest area because it is the smallest. What we need to do is put a charge shot down on the floor, and this is a literal monkey bomb. When you put it down on the floor, the zombies will be attracted to it, and they'll sink down into the netherworld. Problem is, it is very small in terms of like how big the radius of effect is. So just go to the pool. Sometimes they'll still swipe you. Zombies will still swipe you and then go to the pool. Be wary of that. But once this is over, we can then go to the last one, which is Ordos. This is definitely the hardest one to do. Once we finish our trial of Ordos, the first thing we need to do is find 3 arrow tail feathers. The first one's in the center of the world, the second one's next to the mystery box on the left, close to the forge, and the last one's right behind the shrine of Charon. What we need to do is shoot a zombie into this tail feather to release a small blue feather. Depending on the distance the feather is to the shrine, it depends on how many shots you need to shoot the feather. So in this case, for the center of the world, it is the closest to the pack punch, so you only need to shoot this little blue feather 1 time with your Hand of Ornos in order to guide it to the shrine. As for the Hand of Charon location and the Forge location, both of those feathers need to be shot 2 more times. The Forge location is very, very awkward to hit. I struggle with this one the most still to this day. You need to shoot it like right about here, or maybe to the right of this pillar on my right, and shoot it into the feather. Problem is that the pillar on the left, the zombies can hit and potentially not hit the feather you want to hit. But when you do, shoot the feather that comes out twice. Once that goes over 2 times, you need to go over to the Charon Shrine. You need to go counterclockwise around this piece of bone and wait for him to get right about here. Then shoot the zombie as soon as it lines up like that, and then you'll be able to shoot the feather twice. Once all 3 feathers are down, you can start the Hand of Ornos trial. Now, the Hand of Ornos charge shot is a physical tornado. Physical tornado. You blow every zombie away. It's really, really fun to use. But once you have that hand, you officially have all 4 hands done. Thank you for watching, and peace out.